Now, through our county and city governments, we were able to string a line from here to the North Pole. But they don't have cell phone service at the North Pole. So what I need for you all to do is to help me, and as loudly as you can, we're going to count down from 10. And hopefully when they get to 1, or when we get to 1, they'll hear us in the North Pole to get this tree turned on. You ready? I can't hear you. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire it up.
They want to thank all of the sponsors, of course, Wallingford Broadcasting, for their continued support of the Richmond Christmas Parade. And we also want to thank the various agencies in the city, the Parks and Recreation Department, who have partnered with tourism since the beginning, the Street Department, the Fire Department, and the Police Department, EKU, Rosenbaum Communications, and the Madison County Fiscal Court. We do, of course, have judges. Tonight's judges are longtime Richmond Tourism Commissioners, Sue Chenault, and also Nancy Robertson, with special guest Andrew Jones and Downtown Board of Architectural Review member Scott Johnson. Terry Anderson-Burke coordinating the communication from alumni with lineup members, and we'll have it on cable channel 12, and you can also find it on Richmond Tourism Facebook page with Tourism Commissioner Michael Hay photographing each float. We'll have those for you on Facebook. But you hear the sirens, and they are behind us as we make our way down Main Street here in Richmond. The EKU Police, Richmond Police Department, and also the Madison County Sheriff Office.
Yes, that's just the parade. We scared off half of our listeners.
It is good to see it. How are you guys? Good to see the CSO out and about.
Absolutely, and great to hear them listening into the broadcast. That's always fun. Just wave and say hi to us as you go by. We always appreciate those acknowledgments.
As coming down the Richmond Honor Guard, Richmond Fire Department Honor Guard, presenting our nation's colors.
Proper and appropriate beginning to our parade here for 2012, downtown Richmond.
And now we have the Marine Corps League presenting our colors as well here in downtown Richmond. Bluegrass Detachment number 1012, and there's Richmond Mayor Jimmy Barnes and the First Lady making their way down. Don't forget, help a kid and walk in Jimmy's shoes. As you see the mayor out and about on foot today. He's supposed to be in the Tahoe with city manager Jimmy Howard, that being provided by Jack Burford Chevrolet, but instead they're on foot promoting Help a Kid Walk in Jimmy's Shoes, teaming with the Madison County Schools and Soft Shoe. So make sure you pick up a pair of shoes, run them by Jack Burford Chevrolet, and make a donation to a high school student in need. Soft Shoe offering 10% off any pair of shoes. So now we continue on with Sarah Wilson, our Winter Joy Pageant winner.
Bless her heart, in the convertible here, braving the elements and the sleeveless dress. Sarah, you are a patriot.
And here's the Madison Central Band. This is our very own Madison Central High School Marching Band under the direction of H. Brent Barton and David Jaggy. The band has a long tradition of excellence both on marching field and in the concert hall. The band plays third overall in this year's Kentucky Music Educators State Marching Band Championships and has been a state finalist final 4 or 5 of the last 6 years. In 2011, Director Brent Barton named statewide KMEA Teacher of the Year and received a citation for excellence from the National Band Association. This year, Associate Director Mr. David Jaggy named Phi Beta Mu Outstanding Young Bandmaster, the Madison Central High School Marching Band.
And the percussion section wrapping it up.
Making their way down. Next up, you'll see a Barger's Wrecker with the Madison Central Band Boosters.
Let's see. Could it be at the wheel?
And actually, we've jumped ahead. Instead, that's Girl Scout Troop 637 you're seeing on your screen right now. I think we're going to see a few people that might not make it. How are you guys? Girl Scout Troop 637. And here is the big cow. The Eat More Chicken, folks. Chick-fil-A. So excited to see Chick-fil-A moving down Main Street. Certainly in downtown Richmond, you see the big cow. We want to make sure we thank Chick-fil-A for all their continued support of city events. And no matter what's going on, Chick-fil-A always hooks us up and has some great discounts and is very active in the community. So a big thank you to the folks at Chick-fil-A for coming out and joining us again for the parade in 2012. The cow's getting a little wet, but hey, it's trying to tell you. Hey, more chicken moving down Main Street. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, be here all week and try the veal.
Hey, nice. Oh, you should actually try the chicken.
More chicken. There you go.
Chick-fil-A's veal number 2 making their way down.
With some, there's the cow in there. And hey, they're throwing some little cows out the window. Santa's little helpers in there.
It's not a turkey drop, it's a cow drop.
All right.
So next up is Girl Scout Brownie Troop 1911, 1911 from Kirksville Elementary making their way down. They'll be riding in the bed of that pickup truck and driven by their troop leader. There is the Girl Scouts from Model Lab, 5th and 6th graders. Go Patriots, they say. I'm a former Patriot, by the way, back in the day.
And those girls are having a big time out here in the rain tonight.
They are certainly enjoying it.
Things lightening up a little, that's helping. Here's another group of smiling faces, Sean.
I think these are more of the Girl Scouts from Model. Making sure everybody hears a Merry Christmas to you all. Up next we have Little Miss Madison County J.C. Wilson and Miss Preteen Madison County Kaylin Hornsby riding down under the big umbrella. I got a little help with that.
And a very chivalrous young man holding on umbrella duty for the gals there in the car. Way to go, young man.
There's Bluegrass Dance Center making their way down. How are you guys? They got the batons marching in order from the Bluegrass Dance Center. By the way, they got a little bit out of order. We want to thank Wilderness Road Troop 661, that I think was the group that came in just a few moments ago that we missed. Renee Cook now leading her troop down. As I look down at the camera, I think these are the Clark Moore's cheerleaders, Clark Moore Middle School cheerleaders we see on camera right here. Well, it may be more of the Dance Center people. We'll have to check once they get down in front of us. See, they have the advantage on TV. They can see further down the road than we can.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're getting down right there pretty good.
That is the Bluegrass Dance Center still making their way down.
That's what you call them. Dancing in the rain.
Although the rain's starting to light up a little bit again.
Yep. About to move on out, I think.
Nice routine going on right in front of us. They've got their jingle bells literally on. Right here doing a routine on Main Street in downtown Richmond. Again, thanks to all our great sponsors and a big thanks to a few people down at City Hall and of course Tourism Office as well. Jesse Russell, Jeannie Rollins, and Lori Tatum. From the Parks Department, Aaron Moore, Mary Whitaker, and Joe Bentley. From Streets, Stacey Curtis and John Strong. From Fire, Mark McFerrin and Kevin Cole. Police Chief Brock, and also Major Steve Gregg. Now here come the Clark Moore's Middle School cheerleaders. Making their way down Main Street. There they are, I think. It might not be. That may be Bluegrass Dance Center. Those are not middle schoolers. Yeah, those are definitely not middle school kids now that I look up. So that's always part of the fun and excitement is when they get either out of order or they get a little separation there and we get confused on who they are. So that is the Bluegrass Dance Center. Third group doing their routine as they march down, staying warm and staying pretty dry out there, the young ladies are.
Here's some more little ones coming through with some hula hoops.
And the Bluegrass Dance Center continuing to make their way down. There's some hoopsters hooping in the hollow.
Hooping in the hollow.
I've never been able to hoop. Hey, wait, there's a dude back there. Who's this guy hula hooping? Back in the back. And I don't know who this guy is, but he's got way more skill than I do. He's quick.
He actually,
he had it around his waist a minute ago. That was impressive. Here he goes. Here he goes. I'll switch off just in time. So I hear cheerleaders coming now. This should be the Clark Moores Middle School cheerleaders making their way down.
Well, we've got a little mascot of some sort in there with them, Sean.
That is the Brave, the Clark Moores Braves, they are. They're on the back of a trailer, all bundled up in one. They got the Braves with them. Well, they're saying they're the best, but this group behind them, Kelly, may have something to say about that. As we see the Clark Moores Middle School cheerleaders making their way down with their Santa elf hats on. But as we pan down, this next group may have something to say about it. This is the Madison Middle School dance team. So the Panthers may have a little something to say about it.
Here they come. Happy holidays, Brian.
The Panthers up on the hill right behind downtown Richmond here. Place holds a special little place in my heart there. Up next, you'll see the folks from Fantastic Sam's. Fantastic Fuzzy back again to invite everyone in for a fantastic holiday hairstyle. Visit their new location in the lower level of University Shopping Center right near Richmond Athletic Club. There's Lee Murphy and Kim Murphy leading the way. Hey, Fuzz. That is Fantastic Fuzzy. What's up, Fuzz?
How about a buzz, Fuzz?
Hey, that's a hairdo tie-in. I like that. That's a man that knows what he's doing.
I'm always here. That's my job. Useless banter.
So a big thank you to those folks as well. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Dargavel's Garage and Wrecker, helping to make this whole process possible, and thanks to all their support over the years as well. I think they've been with us every single year.
They have, and folks, I'm telling you what, veterans, 10% discount. You need a tow or any service from Dargavel's, and you college kids too. Just remember, Dargavel's, when you need a tow, you need a jump, any of those kind of things, they'll take care of you. Dargavel's. And I think old Granddad might even be making a parade appearance. You think?
That's what I hope. That's the rumor. Here on your screen, you'll see the Jewels of the Nile Middle Eastern Dance Troupe. They are the Jewels of the Nile and the Belly Dance Danville Middle Eastern dance groups. Doing a routine coming down Main Street. That takes way too much coordination for me, Kelly.
How about that? A little international flair on the streets of downtown Richmond.
Absolutely. We have now got the Red House Scouts Pack 376 and also Boy Scout Troop number 7. There's our friend from the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts. They have a nice float. They got their tent set up back there. Yeah, with Casey and Bunch.
How about that? They had the forwardness to bring their own tent on their float. That's coming in handy. That little drizzle.
There's the Bounce House in a 68 Volkswagen convertible. Is that Randy? Let's see. It is Randy. No, that's not Randy.
Our apologies to the driver.
He's a little wet. At the Bounce House with daycare from 5:30 to 8:30.
That's two convertibles we've seen out here in the drizzle. Now that's dedication to your plan right there.
Here's the Brownie Girl Scout Troop 623 and Daisy Girl Scout Troop 1872 that just went through. That's them walking behind. I think there's caroling. Oh, they're doing some caroling. I love it.
Songs of the season, Sean.
Good stuff right there. I see a float coming down, another float making their way down here. Let's check and see who this is. I think we may have some more Girl Scouts here. Let's check it out. I think it is. I think this is Girl Scout Troop 1887. I apologize. Couldn't see their number in the window of the truck to confirm that. So if it's not, I certainly apologize. I hear some cloggers making their way down. This may be. It is. It's our favorite cloggers of all time, Kelly.
The Richard McCard cloggers, Sean. I'd recognize them anywhere.
Making their way down. Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
Getting a good country lick there across the asphalt.
They're performing clogging group. And right behind him, B. Michael Cottle Middle School making their way through with a doggone great Christmas.
They got a little paw on a sheet there. Wonder if that was for the dog.
It is actually. Well, it's actually, they're working with the animal division of Santa's Workshop to create gifts for the four-legged friends at the Humane Society.
Well, and I think we're about to see that float now.
There they are, the Madison County Humane Society working with Santa's Workshop, the Cottle students working to make everyone have a doggone great Christmas.
And here at 106.7, we love them at the Humane Society because we're the dog. Hey, wow.
Boy Scouts of America, Pack 401 from Whitehall Elementary, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. They've done a nice job there.
Look at Santa's Workshop coming at you.
And they are certainly making their way down here. I got a couple of trucks and a couple of trailers.
Lots of Santa's little helpers on that float.
And here comes First Presbyterian Church of Richmond. They've got their church bus all decorated up. Got a little tinsel on there.
Pretty fancy little bus there, too.
I wonder if they let us borrow that for a little road trip.
You know, I was just thinking that'd be pretty sporty. You could load up a good group for just about any event, man. Golf trip like that. There we go. Oh, yeah.
And
maybe we'll get that for our Myrtle Beach golf trip.
There you go. Obsession Salon now making their way down, pulling their wagon. They're all decorated up and festive. Edward Scissorhands on board, by the way.
Wow. Now that guy's kind of spooky with those scissor hands.
That scared me, and I'm not scared of anything.
Man, get clipped around him in a hurry.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Girl Scout Junior Cadets, troop number 69 on board. And glad to have Mayor Jim Barnes here joining us. Mayor, welcome aboard. I noticed you walked instead of being in the truck.
Well, you know, we got out and we thought it was such a beautiful night. It quit raining, so we just get out and walk down the street. But about the time we got out, it started raining. So I told my wife we'll just stay out and get wet.
There you go. Girl Scout Junior Cadets number 69, wishing everyone a happy holiday season as we go down. And here's Jaron Noble, Miss Teen Madison County Fair, rolling there for the year 2012. She's up on the roof. She's no umbrella. She's being a trooper as well.
She's sticking out the sunroof there. So
well, the rain stopped now. It's going to be a beautiful night.
Yeah. Here's the Madison Central High School cross country team. Winners of the Class 3A Region 7 Championships, winners of the Chick-fil-A Invitational, the Morrow County Invitational, the GRC Coaches Classic, the North Laurel Invitational, Berea Invitational, Area 6 Championships, and placed 14th in the KHSAA State Cross Country Meet. Man, big tent.
What do you know good?
Man, it's a wonderful day.
Low temperatures?
Somebody was telling me the other day, well, you know, in that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, I said, man, we're living a wonderful life right now. We all are. What a blessing.
Certainly is. We'll take a little rain to be all out here and be together.
Oh, that's exactly right. And it's, you know, it's not real cold, and it's not, what was it, about 8 years ago it sleeted and everything else in a parade?
There goes the snowman.
That's right.
On that float. You know what you call a snowman in the summer, Mayor?
No, I know you're going to tell me, though.
Puddle.
Hey, I asked for that. That's good. I deserve that. That's pretty cute.
There is the Madison County Rescue Squad with one of their rescue trucks. That's old Ray and Tony Jones in there.
Hey, a little siren action for us here.
Making their way down. Up next, we've got the Sunshine Cloggers, another clogging group, making their way down.
Folks, we got an awesome crowd. It's unbelievable. And it's all the way from Lancaster Road down this way. It's, you know, it's, when we first came out, I said, you know, there's not going to be many people, at least on Lancaster Road. Man, there's 3 or 4 deep all the way up. So
that's great.
Oh, it is. Of course, it's one of the biggest crowds on Main Street I've seen in a while.
It's unbelievable. And I mean, it's raining right now.
Yeah, yes, it is. But we haven't lost a soul. They're here to see it and enjoy it and set the holiday stage tonight for Christmas time and old Santa Claus.
I kind of messed my hair up a little bit, but other than that, it got a little wet. But other than that, it's no big deal.
Well, that's okay. Do you know what the mayor said when somebody got him a comb for Christmas last year?
Nope.
He said, I'll never part with it.
That's right.
Wow. See?
I think this may be a limited process for me tonight. I'm in between two people that's a lot smarter than I am, I can tell you that.
I don't know where the second person you're referring to is, but Kelly and somebody else.
Here we go, the cloggers at Santa's Workshop. Look, get on down here.
The Sunshine Cloggers range from ages 2 to 53. They travel all over Kentucky and surrounding states, performing and competed. They even danced in Disney World every other year, representing Kentucky. The Sunshine Cloggers.
Let's give a listen, shall we?
See if I can do that, Rob.
I believe you might throw your back out there.
I think you're right.
Be careful on them slick streets. They can't take no chances at our age.
Up next, we've got Cub Scout pack number 20 making their way over from First United Methodist Church. Sean Hamilton, Mayor Jim Barnes, and Kelly Wallingford here with you for the parade 2012.
You had it right there.
Trust me, it is a circus, I can tell you that.
There's the Cub Scouts making their way down. Excited to be with you again here for Christmas Parade 2012 as Cub Scout Pack 20 makes their way down. These youngsters are out there. They don't even need umbrellas.
No rain won't hurt that group.
Heck no. If anybody's prepared, that's what they're supposed to do. Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts are always prepared. So
That's the motto, isn't it? Always be prepared.
I think that's right. I didn't even see old Snoopy up there on top of that truck earlier. And his fingers don't fail me now. I think we may have more Cub Scouts coming in. Yes, we do. Those are Cub Scouts Pack 20. Trailer number 2. There's a bunch of them coming in from First United Methodist Church right up the road from us here.
Sean, do we know how many entries you had in the parade?
I can tell you in about 2 seconds. It's going to be around 90.
Wow.
88.
88.
Oh,
all right, that's good.
That includes you. You count as one of those.
88 and a half.
Here's Frisch's big boy riding in the back of the truck, waving to everybody.
Oh, man. You know, every time I've went to Frisch's for the last 30 years, I can't get anything else but the big boy. I mean, I just can't do it. I can't take a chance on anything else, and it not being as good. So that's my staple dish. I love you, big boy. You're awesome.
They always tell me when you go to a fish place, eat fish, and you go to a restaurant and sells hamburgers, steak places, they're big boys. That's what you go for.
They're
the best, and they are all.
Oh, here's a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
That is New Wave Hair Designs, bringing the Grinch.
That's good. Good job.
That's going to be some tough competition for our judges. Our judges again tonight, Richmond Tourism Commissioner members Sue Chenault and Nancy Robertson, special guest Andrew Jones, and Downtown Board of Architectural Review member Scott Johnson.
That was a good Grinch right there.
That was a good one.
There goes RCT Construction.
Pulling with them, Girl Scout Daisy Troop, number 1869. Look at these youngsters. They are cute. They got some cookies. Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Claus Kitchen.
Certainly. And up next, we've got our friends from Madison County Emergency Management, the CSEP program, reminding you that the Madison County EMA CSEP Shelter in Place House will help you get prepared with an emergency kit and an emergency plan. Whether an emergency occurs from severe weather, an accident, or from a simple disruption of utility service, know how to shelter in place. For more information, call Madison County EMA CSEP at 624-4787.
Yeah, boy, and there you go. Know your zone, folks. Know your zone. There's Michael Bryan bringing us some treats. You're the man, Michael.
Michael Bryan, Kelly McBride up on the float as well. I don't know how she got the cushy job there.
I tell you what, it's a neat float.
There's the Madison County Circuit Clerk's Office now coming in.
Well, this is Jerry Combs, the sheriff, just getting back on the mend after some health issues. And this is get well soon, Sheriff.
We're wishing him the very best, I tell you. What a good man.
Trust for Life float in honor of the Madison County Sheriff, Jerry Combs, who's been a recent recipient of an organ transplant. The float theme, Be a Light, Give the Gift of Life. Certainly everybody signed that driver's license. Girl Scout Troop 601 now on camera. These are some youngsters. A good group there. And there you'll see the Model Lab Band making their way down, the Model Laboratory School Marching Band, comprised of nearly 70 students between 7th and 12th grades. They're happy to be here serving the community. Nothing I want more than the drums. I want to be able to play the drums. Do you know how to play the drums, Mayor? Sure. You just hit them a lot? I tried to make noise.
Gotta have rhythm, John.
Hey, Sean and I have rhythm.
That's right.
You haven't seen us play golf. We have rhythm.
There's the Marine Corps League, Detachment 1012.
Silver Fire, man.
The color guard came through earlier. There's the Humvee.
Toys for Tots, a holiday staple, great program, great charity, does great work every year.
And here is Trip 118 of the Boy Scouts. They've got a nice setup there from St. Mark's Catholic Church. That was a good one there. He got right in the camera. He went NFL style.
Yeah.
Here's the Madison County Public Library mobile. The Public Library presents the Santa-Matic Mobile Workshop 2012. This year, Santa visited the library and took a couple of free technology classes, and now he's using his new skills to take toy making into the 21st century. Our library elves can barely keep up with the Santa-Matic 2.0. Whiz, bang, the gifts are popping out like crazy. You can share Santa's secret all year long by checking out free classes, programs, and books at the Madison County Public Library. There's the input side, and the gifts are just flying out. You'll see them as they go.
The judges will have to take note of that. That's pretty impressive.
Maybe they give the judges some gifts. Maybe that'll help us a little bit.
Who's in the old car here, Sean?
That is Gene Brown, a 1929 Ford Model A. Four-door convertible.
Nice.
I think it's a Phaeton. I don't know how to pronounce that.
By the time we see them good, they went off your TV screen, so...
There's the Madison County Fire Department making their way down. The incident command vehicle driven by Chris Graham.
Great hat, Chris.
The fire department wants to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. So again, thanks to all our sponsors, Dog Apples Garage and Wrecker, Chick-fil-A, and also the partners, the Richmond Tourism Department, the Parks and Recreation Department, the Street Department, Fire Department, and Police Departments, EKU, Rosenbaum Communications, Madison County Physical Court.
I'm fine.
And the guy just to my right over here, Kelly Wallingford, for helping to make this possible, Wallingford Communications. We're here on 106.7 The Dog and the Richmond Cable Channel 12.
Got this little bug here,
Look
man.
here, 73. Come on, Kurt. There's 73 V-Dub.
Matt,
Look at the little headlights on there.
I thought that young boy was driving by.
I don't think so.
I said, man, you got your driver's license.
Wow, what is this thing?
That's nice.
For Maria Ace Hardware. Shrek the Halls, Maria Ace Hardware loaded in Boone Square Shopping Center. They have done some work. Your hometown hardware store and power equipment dealer.
Yeah.
For Toro Dixie Chopper and
That's
Echo.
the Dragon.
That is the real deal right there.
There's Pinocchio, Shrek, and Mrs. Shrek. Oh, that is awesome. Judges?
That guy in the green looks a lot like a girl I used to date. Here's the Madison County Antique and Street Rod Association. We're not going to touch that. No, sir. So there we go.
Hey, here's some old timers.
Yeah, I cannot identify any of those, sadly.
There's a Le Mans Sport. What is this?
I don't know what the blue one was.
I'm not 100% sure. That is
Chrysler, there's a Dodge.
Buick.
That's a Dodge, yeah.
It's a Dodge, something.
All right. Well, there's an old timer.
Yeah.
I don't even know. That may be...
That was even before Sean's time there.
Yeah, barely. Again, the Madison County Antique and Street Rods rolling down through Main Street.
I'm not sure that didn't come out of the junkyard, but maybe it's
Beautiful, beautiful day. The rain has let up a little bit.
Yeah, it's good. The sun's going to come out in a few minutes.
That's what I told Randy from Rosenbaum Communications. He was talking about the rain. I said, no, sir, I believe it's going to be 64 and sunny at parade time.
It is somewhere.
In Los Angeles, maybe still.
I'll tell you what, the weather didn't stop people from coming out, though.
No,
Here comes a muscle car.
Yeah.
I think this is the Happy Days Cruisers Car Club. Randall Harris, is that him leading the way? No, that's not him in the first.
What is that, a Camaro? What is that? Super Ford?
Yeah, Super Ford. It makes some noise. I don't know what, they're going to run through some gas and they're barely moving.
Yeah.
There's a Dodge Dart souped up.
Good thing about they're going downhill, they can coast for a while. There's a neat little car right here now.
Looks like something you'd see out of
Just about a 49 maybe.
Straight rotted out.
Oh, wait till you see the one coming up on the Chevrolet, guys. It's getting ready to be in front of us.
All right, now I know what this one is. This is a 56.
That's a Bel Air.
And now coming into your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's just about to pop off right there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the world that one is. Wow. From the Lancaster Road Church of God.
It's loud. That's what
that was loud, yeah.
Now here's a Chevy Corvette from the 5862 series.
Now,
what year, but
now here's our friends from Dargavel's Garage and Wrecker. Merry Christmas from the families at Dargavel Garage and Wrecker Service. The wagon being pulled are families and children of the employees. Thank you to all our customers and best wishes for a wonderful new year. And a huge thank you.
there's old Granddad driving the Wrecker.
I don't think that's the official. I think that's his personal assistant. That's Granddad's personal assistant. But a huge thank you to Dargavels.
Absolutely. Remember, here's another thing. Pick up the phone and call Dargavel. 623-1034 is the number. College kids, you veterans, always 10% off at Dargavels.
Something like old Granddad, too. It makes him feel good.
Yeah. Granddad likes doing them radio ads.
Here comes. Oh,
that's Santa's.
The sleigh. Where's Santa? We got the sleigh. I got Santa's always been back. What am I talking about?
Wait too many gifts on there for Santa.
You see the big blue blob? That is the Earthman. That's actually planet Earth. You'll see it in just a couple of moments as Laney Smith makes his way by, and then Madison County Solid Waste Department. I'd like to center our new 20-yard rear-loading
Earthman.
He's Sean. I'm Sean. There's the Earthman. Laney, good to see you. We're going to accompany the recycle truck. Got the truck all decorated up with that brand new recycle truck.
Nice.
The city, of course, has a great recycling program as well.
That's the prettiest trash truck I've ever seen.
They're using it. It's too clean.
It doesn't look like it's doing much.
Oh, it is. They're doing. The county's doing a wonderful job of recycling. They haven't been in it long, but they're aggressive with it and doing an outstanding job with it.
Right, recycle. Hootie says, give a hoot, don't pollute.
That's exactly right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We need to recycle out.
We're not supposed to. We're just supposed to listen to him. So
okay, I'm with you.
We just flow with him.
Here's the Mount Pleasant Christian Church. The kids dressed up as toys that Santa made in his workshop. Oh, more candy inbound. I love it.
Oh, that's a Snickers.
That's the Kirksville Fire Department with their 1954 Chevrolet High Pumper.
I'll split that with you, man.
I'll fight you for that Snickers bar.
It's way here.
All right.
Don't tempt me.
Hello, pup.
There's the old Kirksville fire engine.
And here comes the Madison Central Key Club. Madison Central and Model Key Clubs have teamed up to replicate Santa's modern workshop. There are wrapped gifts surrounded by lights, and Santa's helpers are busy at work getting ready for Christmas Eve.
All right. Nice looking outfit there.
What are you looking at?
I'm a float, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Here's the Glen Marshall Elementary Magic Dance Team. The Magic Dance Team made up of 4th and 5th grade students who have shown academic excellence. The Magic Dance coaches are Mrs. Fields, Ms. Stapp, and Ms. Kristen.
See, Mayor, every time there's a new dynamic comes in, now we were doing just fine, we hadn't got in any trouble, and then you show up.
Story of my life.
I'm sure we got into trouble already somehow. You see that little red shoe? That is none other than Ronald McDonald from TDS Restaurants and McDonald's. He's driving his little red car. Make sure you stop by McDonald's and get you a little coffee or something tonight.
We're put on 20 pounds. We're going to Frisch's and McDonald's.
Here's Kentucky Utilities working with Santa's elves to make sure you have a bright Christmas. Certainly put a drain on the old electric bills when we hook up all our lights, no doubt.
KU likes Christmas decorations.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And what would KU be without the people that check your meters? That's who we've got coming down Main Street next.
The old True Test, folks.
Yeah. True Check.
True Check.
Right idea. True Check Metering Solutions, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Ooh, this is a nice looking float here. Oh, that's still KU. They're just lagging behind here a little bit. They got Santa's Workshop as well. I'll tell you what, their people put in work on their floats this year. Check this thing out. That's a beautiful looking float right there. A lineman in a pear tree, 2 climbers climbing, 3 service techs. They've got the 12 days of Christmas.
Nice.
That's funny.
And the meter service, that's a nice touch.
Yeah. I like it. That'd be good.
Here's our friends from True Check Meter Services. We got the reindeer out, the antler ears and whatnot on the trucks. Christmas trees in the back. And next up is, I've been threatened with this. My next door neighbor is going to be on this next float. And I want to say a big congratulations to the Richmond Little League Football Raiders, who were the Super Bowl champions this year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I'm not sure I appreciate the Pittsburgh Steelers license plate on the front of that truck, but
the Steelers are pretty tough now. You got to give them credit.
There's head coach Jim Hess and assistant coach Brian Dexter leading the way. The Super Bowl champion Raiders from Richmond Junior League.
All right.
Up next here, we've got Billy Ray Hughes taking a little photo op for us. Thank you, Billy.
The problem with Billy Ray, you take pictures, no film in it.
That's all right. Here's Blue Collar Guitar. He owns building guitars in Santa's Workshop.
Oh, that's nice.
They provide top-quality handcrafted custom guitars, retro-grade guitars, aged in new parts, professional repairs of all strings instruments. Their technician graduated from the Roberto Venn School of Luthiering? I don't know what that is. One of the most sought-after schools in the world. You can help fulfill Santa's stockings and make Christmas dreams come true by stopping by the store in Southern Hills Plaza, 972 Commercial Drive. And now is the LaFontaine Preparatory School, serving Madison County's 4- and 5-year-olds with their pre-kindergarten. LaFontaine Prep offers a half-day kindergarten experience to supplement the Madison County schools.
Look, you'll see off in the distance they're chasing down a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
We interrupted a beef jerky commercial, apparently. Feed your wild side.
Who was there?
That was LaFontaine Preparatory.
Oh, okay, that's great.
There's old Sasquatch just coming on your screen again. All right. Glad that's over. Bigfoot scares me, man.
Me too. Still more LaFontaine. They have got trailer loads of kids. Wow.
Look at the little monkeys, the lions and tigers and bears.
Good job. Nice job there on the kids. I think she said, I love the coyote. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's what she said or not, but that's what I heard.
And that would be our sister station for those of you listening to us on 106.7 The Dog this evening. Hope you're enjoying our radio coverage as well as our live coverage here on cable TV this evening from downtown Richmond.
I'll tell you what, there's some tough competition for this title tonight. The judges have got their work cut out for them. There have been some amazing floats. We'll have to see who comes out victorious when all is said and done. It's going to be a tough decision for them. Here comes a New Revolution Dance Studio. Got some more dancers here. They've got a couple of walkers carrying the way with the banner. They got some hot chocolate going there. And then a truck and trailer. They've got another float themselves. I'm telling you, there's tough competition this year for this championship. Let's see what we got here. Oh, they got a nice...
There's the little dancers.
Got a nice group of youngins there riding. Merry Christmas. God's best gift. Jesus is God's best gift.
Good looking bunch right there.
For sure. Here comes Whitney Allen. I think she's inside. Whitney Allen is in Miss Eastern Kentucky United States 2013. How are you? She's riding inside tonight.
Nice hat there, chauffeur.
Well, she always like those Santa hats to get wet.
Now, Mayor, here's one that you and I appreciate a lot. The Telford YMCA Piranha swim team. They're swimming to the North Pole. Coach Brian Duncan and his group have done an amazing job down at the Telford YMCA. Make sure you check it out, ymcatelford.org.
Yeah. All decked out in orange.
He's good.
They got like 60-something swimmers on that team. It has just grown and grown and grown.
The Piranhas.
Great job.
He's a class act, too.
Oh, great guy, great guy. I think he's still an assistant minister at the Vineyard Church.
I think he is.
There's some more Girl Scouts.
Trip 1806 from Whitehall on your screen right now. They're waving, screaming, look, we're on TV. I love it. And on the next one is one of our big fire trucks, and the Ty Lucas Foundation is on here. It's driven by Public Information Officer Corey Lewis. Corey's guests are Angie and Tom Lucas. The Lucases founded the Ty Lucas Foundation in 2012 after the death of their infant son, 7-month-old Ty, to SIDS. Since then, the Ty Lucas Foundation has partnered with the Richmond Firefighters Association for the annual Toys for Kids program. Over the past 3 years, the Ty Lucas Foundation has given almost $16,000 to the Core Toys for Kids programs. Also, Commissioner Jason Morgan on there with them. Now here's the Richmond Teen Center workshop and training with presents. The youth are dressed as toys and whatnot. Adults dressed as elves. So the Richmond Teen Center on Estill Avenue. Certainly good to see them as always.
There's our friends at 11:10 a.m.
Georgia Park does a good job with the Teen Center. I tell you, it's a pretty awesome program they got going on out there.
And we've got the Madison Middle Beta Club. That's right, MMS. It's where my heart, and it's where my heart for the middle school is. And the First Lady actually used to teach at Madison High a few days ago, didn't she?
That's right.
The Beta Club, Santa's Workshop, making Christmas better for everyone. They're dressed up as elves. They will be working on projects that will benefit everyone. They have been working on Operation Shoeshine, Operation Shoebox, Project Santa, and Community Caroling.
I'm worried about one of Santa's little helpers that's depressed, Mayor. He got low self-esteem.
Yeah, he does. He does for a fact. We were talking about the Beta Club. That's one of the few clubs that wouldn't let me in.
They went Grace Chapel Wesleyan coming onto your screen right now, waiting for Christmas. Typical American living room on Christmas Eve as they went by a few moments ago. Let's see who's coming up next. We got a little break in the action here.
We're up to about float 67, I think, about 90 feet away.
Did you cheat?
I'm keeping stats right here.
You cheated, don't lie. You saw somebody's number or something.
Who threw out, I mean, somebody was throwing out some good stuff. We've got some bubble gum and suckers and stuff, but a Snickers bar, now that's pretty big.
I wonder if we can have them come back again.
Here's the Sons of the American Legion, post number 12, making their way down. A little gap in the action. Again, I want to thank all our sponsors, Wallingford Broadcasting and Kelly Wallingford just to my right over there, and Chick-fil-A, of course, and also the Parks and Recreation Department. And you cannot forget Rosenbaum Communications, Madison County Fiscal Court, and all the people that take part in that. And Mayor, I know one thing you were helping to promote was the Walk-In Jimmy Shoes.
Yes, that's a great, Johnny Burford started that program with Losing Jimmy, and he was not only was he a wonderful employee, but he was a wonderful citizen, a good man. Just what a shame. But it's a good charity, and I encourage everybody to support it. We've got a lot of good charities, but I can tell you, Jimmy was one of the nicest young men I ever been around. Always had a smile on his face. What a tragedy, but that's where life is, I guess.
Trying to make some good out of it and get some new shoes for some high school kids that need it. More info on that, just check out the radio. We've got it running all the time. But here, continuing the Sons of the American Legion, post 12 in Richmond, with the American Legion riders on motorcycles. It's preamble to the South possessors of a priceless heritage. Their purpose is to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States, to preserve the memories of former members and the associations of our members and forefathers in the Great Wars.
Well, thank you, man, for a great effort there, and I'm all about that myself.
Amen.
Hats off to you.
Got a looking box we got in front of us, gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
Those things are not the easiest to control when you're going that slow either, so.
They're not easy on their setting still with me.
No, that's right. Here's Wise Buys Consignment.
Thank you, Artie.
Thank you. Wise Buys Consignment Store on Commercial Drive. And up next, Tate's Creek Paving making their way down. Tate's Creek Paving owner Earl Stanley would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. They got a couple of vehicles here. There's Tate's Creek Paving making their way down. They're handing out some candy too. Maybe they need to pave something for us. We need to get something paved. What do we need paved, man? Well, I believe the paving's over this year. It's a little late in the year for that.
When's the plants open up? You know,
about March probably.
March through whenever.
You know, I'm not sure. I think they still may be open. It's been so warm. I'm not sure. But, yeah,
so they're just, as long as the weather permits, I guess they can do it.
Pave on.
There's Earl in the big truck.
We let somebody else drive the little truck. He's taking.
Hey, we appreciate that.
We're a 2-2 here.
Thank you, Earl.
Earl's a good man.
Yeah, boy, if you need some good paving work, give them a call. Tate's Creek Paving.
I may just tear up my driveway just so they can come pave it. Oh, they got a little roller back there as well.
Well,
and a youngster at the helm. I don't know if he's old enough to operate that contraption. Have to check that out.
I tell you, they've got a big presence in the parade this year.
Up next, we've got the Relay for Life from the American Cancer Society Children's Area. Merry Christmas from them as well, riding in the back of their truck. Clark Moore's middle school volleyball team now making their way down for the Braves.
If you're just tuning in with us, we're coming to you live from downtown Richmond. Sean Hamilton to my left, Kelly Wallingford covering the 2012 Richmond City Christmas Parade, and Jim Mayor Barnes sitting in with us. Mayor, always a pleasure to see you and have you along.
Thank you all for what you do for the community. That's what makes our community good, though. We got people like you all that volunteer your time and do a wonderful job in the radio stations and promoting the community. And
thank you, Mayor. We appreciate you and Jan and all the work you do as well.
Donating time. I'm turning in time and a half for this, Mayor.
Don't let him lie to you.
I was trying to make Kelly feel good.
There's Barger's record. They're aggravating us as usual. Yeah. It's a miracle he hadn't wrecked the truck yet.
He heard that, he said.
He's listening on the radio.
You know, I got to tell you something about Kenneth Barger. We're supposed to ride in a couple of old Chevrolets, and if it's cloudy, Kenneth won't get down to the garage. Little tightwad.
Not raining, just cloudy.
That's right, he just didn't.
Oh, now, folks, let me tell you here. Here comes the machine. I think there's maybe one other one of these in the whole state of Kentucky. Here's the Starship Enterprise of the wrecking and towing business.
Big dog here, baby.
Son, that, I don't care what it is.
That is a big dog.
That'll bring her out of there.
That's a hoss.
That is a...
If that don't come out with that, it don't come out.
That's exactly right. You know, that's exactly right. Just take your hat off and wish it good night.
That's right. Here's the Madison County 4-H Saddle Club. Perfect for horse lovers ages 9 to 18 who want to learn more about horsemanship while meeting new people and having some fun. And then the Salvation Army. It's the Army's canteen truck used to serve people food weekly in the community and stands ready to serve in the event of disaster. Mayor, I know we saw them very active in that awful tornado hit a few years ago.
And remember them when you hear those bells ringing, folks, and throw some money in the kettle.
There's third row. Madison Broadcasting County. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, there's a fire truck too. The Waco Volunteer Fire Department engine and brush truck. The best in the county.
I'm telling you what, that's the best volunteer fire department in the county. I'll say it. I can't light a Bic lighter on my farm, and I don't see a representative. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. Got to know them all very well over the years.
You trying to tell us you're on first name basis now, is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. I can't have a Bic lighter going out there that they don't come and pay me visit. Thank you, boys, for your service.
Jason Rollins and your Bernstein and them,
If there's smoke or a flame within 50 miles, they'll be right there.
That's what I tell you when you're doing hamburgers that come out.
Well, now you said that there, I do. But that's closer to the truth than not. That boys don't miss nothing.
I got a nice big floor going too.
Yeah. Here we go. Waco Volunteer Fire Department looking right here. Yes, sir. To go right Come on in there.
There's the Richmond Raceway. Some good friends of ours here at Wallingford Broadcasting. Joey and Tiffany Tack, a Saturday night dirt track racing. Found right in Richmond. Lots of fun for the fans of all ages. High-speed, bumper-to-bumper, dirt slinging racing action like you've never seen it before. The Richmond Raceway. I'll tell you what now. That's a good time. You've actually been out there. I've seen you out there before.
And you went too, Mayor? Well, I'm not a race fan, but boy, you talk about somebody that does an awesome job.
Well,
promoting his product.
Those guys have really done a big job with the raceway. I've been out this year, and we had a ball.
It's good time. I heard Big Joe talking out there.
Every time you give something away.
I'll tell you what Joey needs to do is he needs to just get a little more energy.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be good.
Oh, he's awesome. He really is. He's full of a lot of energy, that boy is.
There's a place I'm very familiar with, the Madison County Detention Center, with a gold jail badge and their pickup truck. Thanks to the jailer, Doug Thomas.
Yes, and the next time you visit the detention center, ask for the Sean Hamilton commemorative cell.
Yeah, there's actually, I got my own cell, like a wing, like some places, you can get your own building, like at Eastern.
Very nice,
You can get the Thunderbird building, for example. I have the Sean Hamilton cell block over to the detention center. There is the First Baptist Church.
Nice segue.
Yeah, nice segue. Good job there, Sean. Best I could do. Sorry about that. That's why you should read what's coming up next. But for the First Baptist Church float, it's Santa's elves making sure that every child receives the true meaning of Christmas. And
Amen.
We've seen a lot of that on these floats this year. They've done a great job in making sure to remind us that Jesus is the reason for the season.
Amen.
Arcadian Cove Assisted Living now coming into your screen. I think that may still be First Baptist. Hang on here a second. Let me double check my work here. Yeah, I think it is. Well, it is Arcadian Cove. All right, Arcadian Elves inspecting toys for Christmas delivery on Christmas night.
I've never seen you mess up. I knew you couldn't be wrong.
Oh, I know. Right on, right on. Here's the Faith Task Force of Madison County. It's got their church bus with members riding on there, singing the season's greetings with signs and bows.
Check
all
out
sorts of stuff.
The nice hat of the driver there.
Got the Santa hat.
That's right. We love it.
Borrowing the old First Baptist Church bus there, but that's the Faith Task Force of Madison County. And up next, this should be Baptist Health Richmond. With all the toys inside Santa's workshop, every child enjoys riding on their rocking horse and opening all the new toys under the tree. Santa's elves work hard each year to build all these wonderful toys for each boy and girl.
There's old Santa Claus.
That's Merry Christmas. She looks a little bit.
That little girl knows.
That's my neighbor. There's Leanne Golden. I'm sorry, she is a toy. She's not Leanne. But they've done a nice job, and I think you're going to see some major renovations and changes at that place over the next few years.
Yeah.
Baptist Health, formerly Patty A. Clay.
I think it's going to be a tremendous asset to us.
They have promised, I think it was $50 million in improvements, that's a big number.
That is a big number.
Here's Richmond Veterinary Clinic now on your screen. The doctors and staff of Richmond Veterinary Clinic bring you Santa's Workshop for our best friends. The elves always ready at Richmond Vet Clinic to treat your furry, feathered, or scaly friend. I don't even like saying scaly. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
No.
About to wrap things up. We're down to our last two. Look at the size of that. Is that a Great Dane?
Oh, I thought it was a horse.
I did too. It's either a mini horse or a Great Dane is the newborn coat. Leashing again.
The rain, Sean, is coming down full force, but we're about through it here.
Yeah, we about made it. I was going to say, I thought it was a bad over for me. It didn't even rain till I got up out of the vehicle and it started pouring down rain. So
here's the Association of Fire Science Technicians from EKU Engine 5. They do some good stuff up there teaching the next generation of firefighters. I know the city actually uses some interns and different things like that. Works out great.
We use about probably 16 men a semester.
Wow.
Hey, here's some guys that's got it made in the shade. Check this little vehicle out.
More fire science guys.
It's got Kubota orange. Is that a little
little side-by-side, a little utility truck contraption there.
Yeah, Kubota diesel 4x4.
There you see Boy Scout Troop 401 for First Presbyterian Church making their way in. They've come off the trail for camping, hiking, and caving. The scout laws say a scout is helpful, so the scouts have joined with Santa's elves to help Santa be prepared for Christmas. We were talking about that earlier, Kelly, making sure you're prepared.
That's right.
Where you been there, young lady?
The First Lady of Richmond has joined us.
Yeah.
Rain got a little heavy.
Jan Barnes is was out and about. Now she has retreated under the tent with us as we watch Boy Scout Troop 401 make their way down.
Jan, are you keeping the mayor straight?
No, I passed him in the hall last week, and that's the first I'd seen him for a while. No keeping him straight, and probably goes both ways.
Here is Epsilon Sigma Pi, the EKU Emergency Medical Care. The EKU Gamma Chapter, the service fraternity for those interested in emergency medical care. Group is sponsored by the EMC program at EKU. So there's your next generation of first responders making their way down, along with the fire science guys we saw earlier. All right, here's old buddy ours.
Thank you, buddy.
There's some candy. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
There is Batteries Unlimited making their way. Chris McDowell pulling up. He's got a little float action too. I tell you what, have you ever seen his battery-powered truck that he drives around? That thing is awesome. There's our buddy Chris. You'll see him right there. He's not even looking at us. That's all right, Chris. We'll catch you next time, buddy.
Folks, go see them guys when you need a battery for anything. I mean, they're stocked up, got whatever you need.
Yeah, car batteries, camcorder batteries, bad cell phone battery. You don't need to go to the AT&T store. You can roll right up there and he'll get you hooked up with anything you need. There's the truck. Yeah, there's the truck. I hadn't seen it. That's his battery-powered truck right there on the left of your screen we were talking about.
You got a radio in that thing?
No, I don't guess so.
Don't run the battery down.
Here's Madison County EMS with one of their ambulances. Making their way down. Again, while we've got a second, big thanks to Daredevil's Garage and Record for helping to make our parade possible here on the radio. Can't thank them enough. We've tried to mention it several times here, but huge thanks to them for helping us out.
And remember, just put that phone right there and your phone number right there handy in your phone. You ought to just program it in, make them the go-to number whenever you need a jump, a tow, whatever.
They're making corn right there. That's the Bluegrass Kettle Masters.
Yeah, oh,
come on, come on. Hey, come on. There you go.
Now leave them some.
No. Who's going to talk now?
All right, we're going to enjoy some kettle corn.
We're speaking foreign languages now.
There's Cowboys Lawn Care, Santa's Workshop bloke, straight from the North Pole.
Nice, cowboy.
Those are the Cowboys Lawn Care elves. They did a good job. They got some inflatables on there. All right. Here's the Horsies, the Madison County Quarter Horse Association. Many members are active in state, national, and world events, including barrel racing, pole bending, speed stakes, and trail course competitions. The Madison County Quarter Horse Association is known nationwide for its many winners in these events.
Beautiful animals.
Everybody watch your step. He tried to dump corn out. I got no manners. I reached right in there and grabbed at it. No manners. So the next guy got mild germs on it. Here's the Richmond Public Works.
All right, that was my man, Frankie Ross. Remember Frankie?
Oh, yeah.
Frankie was a good man. We lost him. That's, well, he was a dedicated young man.
And that sound you hear is the last entry. It's the Richmond fire truck with you-know-who on board.
All right.
Santa and Mrs. Claus are here with us as we wrap up the City of Richmond 2012 Richmond Christmas Parade. Got Tower 1 leading the way with the big ladder truck. And there is Santa.
All right.
And Mrs. Claus.
With him.
That's right. Got the missus out of retirement. A big howdy doody and a big Merry Christmas to all of you from us here at the City of Richmond and Wallingford Broadcasting.
Sean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, referring back to our discussion about radio contests gone awry, I believe that's the truck that had to get the infamous Kid Kelly off the billboard at the intersection of Big Hill and Eastern Bypass right there. Wonderful story. Made front page news at the Richmond cash register. And still got that framed and hanging on the wall for to live in radio infamy.
And a big thank you to everyone for joining us here, and a huge thank you to Dargavel's Garage and Wrecker for making our parade and our broadcast of the parade possible again this year. Mayor, thanks so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you all so much, and I want to thank all the people that made this parade possible. You know, it's there was lots and lots of work went into this parade, and you know, our tourism department and all the staff, and you all, and our community for coming out in this bad weather. And you know, we want to just wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and like we said a while ago, that we want to make sure that people keep in their hearts that this is to celebrate the birth of Christ, and this is what it's all about. You know, it's the love and that we do as a community, and you know, I'm really proud to be mayor, I tell you that.
Well, Mayor, we appreciate it. Kelly, thanks for joining me again this year. It's been a fun
always my pleasure. Thank you for all your hard work. You're a great asset at our company and to the community as well. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you do in all aspects, and we had a great time again this year, bringing it to you on the television, on the cable, and on the radio as well. And we appreciate everybody tuning in, viewing in, listening in to our coverage again this year.
Well, I want to tell my mother good night. She's probably normally in bed now. She says she's going to sit up and watch her son on TV. So, Mom, good night and have a wonderful night's rest.
Well, that'll wrap things up for us on cable. We'll be wrapping things up on the radio here in just a few minutes. But thank you all for joining us again this year. Can't wait for 2013 parade. One of these days we're going to get some snow. I want it to snow on our Christmas parade.
And boy, I tell you, I hate to tell you, but it gets faster. It seemed like it was only about last week I was there doing the same thing again. So I'm telling my age on myself, I guess.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it very much. This has been the 2012 City of Richmond Christmas Parade on 106.7 The Dog and Richmond Cable Channel 12. Thanks to Randy Rosenbaum Communications as well. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.